Before I get started today, you should know that this looks different from the introduction. As I was filming this, I realized I probably should have just put more of this pink trim on it. And so as I begin the video in just a second, you'll notice that it's just one round. I think it should have had 3 in the end. So it's a design change. These are for me at the end of the day, and that's the difference. I'm attending an event on Virgin Voyages called Simmons and Headbands. It's the VHS party, and so it's a workout, and I want to wear something like this. I went to the local sports store to get leg warmers, and God forbid they don't have anything. So what's a crocheter to do? He's to make them himself. So these are just meant to be like a shorter version just for the look. I have matching I'd use a different stitch, but I have bangles now for that, and I also have a headband to be able to complete the accessories. So I'm going to show you how to do this one. I'm going to do the second one here on camera. I'll tell you how to adjust it if your legs are not the same size as mine, and you can do any part of this to be longer if you want it to do that. Great costuming idea as well. This is for the party, and let's begin. So for this, we're going to start off with the cuffing area, and this will be considered the top of this, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same information as far as stitches. And when I started this, I actually chained 40, which is way too big. I ended up going to 34. So if you want to change the size of this, it just has to be in a multiple of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, that's a multiple of 2. So 34 if I wanted 36, 38, 40, 42, whatever. So that's all I had to do. I did a few rounds to determine. I slid it up over my ankles. Will it fit? Yes or no? And then I continued. So because I had started too big the first time, I had to frog out and restart. So that's how you would customize it for yourself. And this area here, the camel stitch, this has nothing to do with the multiple. So you just have to worry about the even number of stitches in this cuffing area here, which is a rib stitch. I used a 5.5mm size eye crochet hook today, and I'm going to start off and I'm going to chain 34. So as I mentioned, just chain the number that you think, as long as it's an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to show you a little trick. Take out the hook, go to your very first chain, put it on. And so when you get to the end of your 34 or whatever number, just put it right back on and keep on going. So 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and therefore the chain will not be twisted in any weird way. So let me know if this is a new tip for you in the comments, and I'll be right back when 34 are done. Once my 34 are done, I'm just going to pull through like that, and therefore the chain is not twisted in any weird way, and we're going to begin our first revolution around. We are going to do a continuous revolution, but we want to do the first round first as a regular round and then move to continuous after that. Let's begin round number 1. Round number 1, you're just going to chain up 1, and in the same stitch as the join, you are going to apply a half double crochet. So I recommend getting the back hump of the chain. So just so there's one strand, put the straggler with it so it gets trapped, and you're going to double crochet. And then continuing to move down the chain. So you see it right there? Just put the straggler right on top of the line so it gets stuck underneath the stitches. And I want you to double crochet all the way around for round number 1. And make sure it's still an even number when you get all the way around as well. And if not, just do a 2 together stitch if there's too many, and just add an extra stitch if there's not enough. So just do either way, just make sure it's an even number, and make sure both are done exactly the same number, so you don't end up with one cuff being bigger than the other as far as wearing it on 2 different legs. So it came all the way around. I want to grab an extra spare piece of yarn. I do have my 34 in here, I have checked. And right where it's joining right here, I want to put this stitch marker in. And the reason for this is that I'm going to use this as my measuring to know when I've gone all the way around, because we're going to move in a continuous round going forward. Okay, so you're going to use that as a reference point for when stitches are changing between the sections. At the end of this, I want you to slip stitch to the beginning, double crochet, and from here on in you are just going to do a continuous revolution, starting with the very first double crochet that you'll have. Let's begin our first rounds. Rounds number 2 through 6, which is 5 rounds, is going to be the same. So you're going to start with the next stitch being a front post double crochet. So just wrap the hook, go into the post on the front, yarn over, pull through, pull over 2 and 2. The next one is going to be a back post, so we're creating a rib stitch. So come in from the back side, take it to the back, pull through 2 and 2. And so you're going to notice this will condense and be more elastic for you. That's why we're doing it. So wrap the hook, come into the front post next, pull through 2 and 2. Then the back post. So wrap, come from the back, take it to the back. And I want you to continue to repeat this. Now, because you have an even number, when you come all the way around on a continuous revolution, it's going to match up exactly so that the rib stitch stays lined up with each other. So continue just to alternate between these 2 stitches all the way around, and I'll see at the end of the round just to verify. This is round number 2. I'm coming close to the other side, as meaning going around, and the last stitch is a back post double crochet. Okay, so we're using this as a reference point to know that I've gone all the way around, so you can check it off on your list. So I just have a note here, check that, number 2. So rounds number 3, 4, 5, and 6, 4 rounds is going to be exactly the same. So you're going to jump immediately to the first one right here. This is a chain 1, so ignore that, and just do a front post around the front post and a back post around the back post. So just keeping it so that the cuffing will stay in a rib stitch formation all the way around. So every time you pass your little stitch marker, just check it off in your list. And when I come back, I'll be at the end of round number 6 to move you on in the process to something new. And I'll be right back in a moment. So following straight on down, I can see where I'm on the last stitch. I'm moving on to round number 7, which is going to be a half double crochet round using the tops of each of the stitches so that we can start the camel stitch in the next round, in round number 8. So just starting in the very first one, just half double crochet. The camel stitch can only be done in half double crochet in the rounds. So just coming on in, going to your next one, and just half double crochet around until you get all the way back around, and we'll move on to the camel stitch for rounds number 8 through 13. Coming all the way back around, you can physically see where you started the half double crochet versus the other stitches that you're finishing up. So you're just going in a continuous revolution, and you can see that the next stitch is actually physically in a half double crochet. And this is where we're going to change to the camel stitch for rounds number 8 through 13. Really simple, easy, you'll love it. Hopefully, let me know in the comments. The camel stitch leaves the tops of these stitches alone. And so what we want to do is that we want to look at the tops, but we want to bend it over. And once you do the first bend over, the rest of it will stay lined up. So you're going to bend it over, and you're going to look for the 3rd loop back. So it's the back horizontal bar. So using this other crochet hook, I'm going to show you. So there's the regular stitch 1 and 2, and you're going to use the 3rd one right here. And once you get that, it's going to turn over the top there to looking flat. Okay, so you're just going to reach on over, and the first one you just have to bend it forward, and you're going to half double crochet into the back horizontal bar. So this keeps the tops turned over. And half double crochet. And once you get the first one, you see how it naturally wants to lean forward. So you're just going to just wrap the hook and go into your next one. And what you're going to do is 6 rounds of this. And because you're doing half double crochet now, when you come back around, you're going to be using that back bar when you come back around. And so this is a nice little tighter stitch. We have hats with this. We have headbands with this as well. And I love this stitch, it's fun. So we're going to see you at the end of this round, and I need you to do the same concept all the way to round 13, but I'll be back at the end of this round to verify before you get too far, and I'll be right back in a second. You can physically see that I'm coming back around because it's going to be very obvious by this. So it's a continuous revolution, so you stay on the back bars. And so as you pass this now, round number 8 has been done, and then you just move on. So rounds number 9 through 13, same thing. Just check it off on your list, and you'll have the center section of your leg warmer done. I'll be back at the end of round number 13 in just a few seconds. So if you want more rings, you just have to keep on going. Make sure both are the same at this point for my way that I've written it. So I'm now ready to move on to my last section, and I can count 6 of these rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so make sure you count it on one side or the other. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to move on for the last 5 rounds, and we're going to switch back now immediately to the front post double crochet starting in the next stitch. And the next one after that will be back post double crochet. Your stitch counts have not changed, so you're just going to alternate between these 2 stitches going around, and I'll see you at the end of the round, round number 14, and just verify that you jump on ahead and continue to go right to the end. I'll be right back at the end of this revolution. Coming close to the end of the round, if my stitches are right, the last one should be a back post double crochet before I end up hitting the first one again. So there's the first. So you're just going to maintain with what you see. So it's a front post already, so keep it as a front post double crochet and back post. So for rounds number 15 through 18 is just the same stitch going all the way around. If you want it longer, just keep on doing it. You need more yarn. I don't know how much more yarn you're going to need, but just play with it and see what you come up with, unless you want to do it my way. So I will see you at the end of round number 18. We'll finish off, and then we'll do a little bit of trim work to bring these to conclusion. So I've now just finished up to round number 18, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the next one, and that's it. So what I want to do is I just want to grab some of that other pink yarn, and I want to just kind of make this as a set for the other, even though the stitch work is different. And I'm just going to weave in the ends. So how I'm going to do that is just I'm going to put it onto a tapestry needle. So you'll do this with all the loose ends that you'll have, and I'll show you a little tip for those trim as well. Turn it to the inside of it and just drag it through. Separate the plies, just don't go between the strands, and it'll get stuck even better. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. So any loose ends you'll do that with, and then I'll show you how to do the trim to make this as a complete set. So I want to do a trim on both sides, so this side and this side, and I'm going to look at the right side, meaning the side that faces people when you're wearing it. Create a slip knot, and so you know that we've been going in a continuous circle, so it's got a little bit of a step. So just come back a couple stitches before this, and then just attach it with a standing single crochet. So put it onto the hook, pull through, 2 loops, pull through the 2. That's a standing single crochet. And I just want you to follow this going around. Okay, and it will naturally just follow down. So this is going to go down a little bit. And then just jump immediately to the first stitch here, noticing that I'm going up over top of the straggler as well. And I'm just going to trim the whole side, the edges with this. Just one round. If you want more than one, you can. It's up to you. If you got extra yarn and you want to make it look more fabulous, not that it doesn't already, but I just want you to single crochet around. I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming all the way back around. So I am going to slip stitch it to the first one. So if you want to end this right now, you can, but I think I'm going to do 2 more rounds, and I think I'm going to take back the original and add 2 more rounds of this color because I do have extra yarn, and so I might as well use it, right? So just slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, single crochet in that one, and just do 2 more rounds of this. And I'll be back at the end of this round. I just think it just looks a little more cooler. I will be under black light, so might as well have it glow right even more. I'll be right back in a moment. I'm coming back around, slip stitch it to the first one, and I'm just gonna do 1 more round. So chain 1, single crochet in the first one again, and go back around. And I'll show you the invisible join that I'd recommend for this type of project, and I'll be back in a moment. At the end of the round, you're just going to go right to the end. Do not join it. I'm going to show you an invisible join that I think looks better. So just trim enough yarn that you can use a tapestry needle on it and pull this up. With the tapestry needle, I want you to put it on. And we want to simulate a stitch. So here's the first stitch here. So come from the back side and through the stitch. Okay, and pull. And don't pull it so tight that this gets stuck completely. And see where this is coming out of? Just go down through it and go towards the back of the project, the inside of your leg warmer. And when you pull, I want you to match the distance of the other stitches. See, it's an invisible join. So it looks there. And then turn it over and just weave in the ends. I'm just going to turn it this way. So you're going to go in, and you'll notice that I'm separating plies. I'm not just going between the strands. If you separate plies, this really gets stuck a lot better versus going between strands. Strands, it tends to wiggle itself out. We're going between the plies, it's a lot harder. And those with experience, you realize that when you go between the plies, it's pretty much impossible to get out. So you've got to be fully committed. So you're just going to weave in any ends doing the same thing, and you're going to repeat that for the other side. I think that looks better. And I'm going to do that with the other side, and I don't need to show you that because it's exactly the same thing. Just turn it, just whip it around and do your leg warmers.